Joining me now, Fox News contributor and former Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard. So take a look at Trump. That Joe Biden, that corrupt vulture, preying on the heart and soul of middle-class America while his family gets paid. That framing right there is what won him in 2016 and is the ticket this time. I don't see any way Joe Biden defends that.
First of all, Jesse, you're right. President Donald Trump has painted a very powerful picture, a very impactful picture about what is really happening and who he's running against here. You also answered it earlier about how Joe Biden is going to try to counter that is through continuing to lie. And that's what I saw in this speech that he gave today was two things. Number one, how little he really thinks of democracy and how little he thinks of us, the American people, that we will sit there and continue to buy this lie that he is committed to democracy when he is doing the exact opposite. So my message to President Joe Biden is if you want to tell us you're committed to democracy, show us. And here's three things you can do right now. Number one, let the American people decide who they want to be our next president commander-in-chief by stopping all of your efforts to get Donald Trump off the ballot. Number two, stop demonizing half of the American people as extremists just because they're supporting your political opponent. And number three, apologize to the American people and stop all of your efforts to try to censor the voices of those who say things that you don't want to hear.
I would make it about extremism. Flip it. Say, Joe, having boys in girls' locker rooms is extreme. Partial birth abortion is extreme. Arresting your opponent is extreme. Inflation at crazy levels, that's extreme. This spending, this green garbage is extreme. That's how you do it. It's a whether or not Donald Trump can pull it off. Kenny?
You know, he has always been, whether people like him or not, no one can say that Donald Trump does not speak his mind and deliver a very clear message. He doesn't play the politician games, many of which we saw on the debate stage last night. He speaks directly to the American people of what's on his heart and on his mind. I believe he can deliver that message very effectively.
What happened last night, Tulsi? Did you watch?
I watched the first, 30 or 40 minutes, and I was watching with a friend of mine who is not political at all. She is the independent-minded American voter who's not affiliated with either party. She's like, she hasn't watched a presidential debate since I ran for president. She's like, my gosh, this is underwhelming. This looks like a bunch of high school kids bickering. I'm going to bed.
Middle school kids.
Yeah.
And if you need any lessons in debating, you throw a punch, and you see if it lands, and if you see if your opponent is dizzy. You don't just go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da the whole night long. You're not connecting that way.
Well, yeah, that's true, Jesse, but it's also, if they're so focused on punching each other, they're forgetting the most important people who are watching this saying, hey, why aren't you talking to me as the American voter sitting at home? Why aren't you talking about the things that I care about and having that substantive back and forth so I can see where do you guys agree, where do you disagree? These guys were more focused on beating each other up and the sport of political theater than they were about actually speaking to those of us at home on our couch watching them.
You're right. They didn't connect with the people on the couch. They didn't connect with the people on stage. And they didn't connect on Biden. Yeah. Man, that guy's vulnerable. Tulsi Gabbard, thank you very much. I remember what you did on that debate stage.
I focused on substance every 6.5 minutes they gave me.
That's right. That's right. Have a great night, Tulsi.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.